conversations with our queens from across the world. They are entertaining, educating with tons of passion. Welcome to the show, Queens Forever. A very warm hello to each and everyone across the globe. Truly delighted to welcome you to the show on IndusTV Global, Queens Forever, where we, of course, get the wondrous opportunity to know the lovely journey of every queen who dreamt of their vision to make it into a reality. We are here to truly introduce you to yet another very magnificent queen, who, of course, has the confidence in herself, not just to win hearts, but also to touch people's soul. She's the one who has a great experience, be it Bollywood or Hollywood. She's the one who's tried her hands at everything and won accolades for the same. My dear lovely people, please join me in welcoming on our show, Queens Forever, brought to us by V International and River Comics, our lovely Miss India New York, Miss Sheetal. How are you doing today? Let me tell you, you're looking truly pretty today.
Thank you, Simran. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think it's a very amazing show, and it's a wonderful opportunities for girls that are watching right now, that are watching us, that, anybody could be in this position. And I think it's a beautiful opportunity. And it's a lovely day, and it's an amazing time to present this. And I'm glad you're here in front of me, and I'm appreciative of this opportunity today.
Oh, wonderful. How does it feel, to be in the crown and sash, especially when you're representing your country on an international arena?
I would personally say that a crown and sash is just something like a tangible object to let you know and let other people know, like, hey, this person has some great qualities. And I just feel that it does definitely feel amazing, but also this goes out to show that I know there's a lot of incredible women out there with amazing personalities, and it just for them to show like, hey, this could be yours too. And it's just a moment of, if you know you have it and you know what it takes, this feeling that you feel of greatness and amazingness, and the fact that you could carry your voice to the masses, and that any woman can do that. And I think that's a feeling I have, that, wow, before I could reach 10 people, now I could reach thousands and millions of people. And I think if you're a woman with that ambition, then this crown and this sash feels amazing on you. And that's how I actually feel amazing.
Wow, Sheetal, you're every girl's dream. So let's get started from your childhood, when you really thought of getting into a beauty pageant. So becoming a queen, I think, is the first step which comes to your mind. And then, of course, you realize you have to be a part of a beauty pageant and, represent your local arena, and then go step by step until you represent your country. So when was the first time you realized in your childhood that maybe you too want to wear the crown?
Honestly speaking, I don't think it was ever like, oh, let me wear the crown or like do something. But I don't know if you can tell, but I was always like a very vocal person. So I used to do oratory competitions in school, oratory competitions. That means I used to win every competition. Like, I was a science student in medical. I have 2 medical degrees. So I went to school. And so every time, like, my teachers would be like, oh, so there was a local pageant called the hibiscus pageant in Fiji. So my teachers were like, oh, you should participate, but you couldn't until you turn 18. As soon as I turned 18, I was entered into that pageant. So I went there. I didn't win anything in the pageant, but I remember I won Miss Catwalk for that. And then after that, I went to the local India pageant. And in that one, I got the first runner-up, and I got Miss Beautiful Eyes and Beautiful Smile for that. And then after that, I moved out to over here. And that's when I was like, you know what, I don't think I want just to compete for a beautiful face and stuff. I was like, I want to compete for something that actually carries some credit and something that I can do for the people, because that was one of the things when I used to do oratory, that when you talk to people, you want to give some value, right? You want people to understand what you're saying. And I was like, I want to do that. And then Miss India New York came up, and I was like, well, my mentor at the time, Nishi Powell, was like, you should participate. And I was like, okay. So I participated and I won. And it wasn't like I went in there thinking that, yo, I'm gonna win, right? I went in there thinking I'm gonna do my best. And my mom used to say that if you do your best and you don't see results, then it's not your best. But I feel like I have been doing my best. And I think that's how I got into this pageant. But the most amazing thing about this pageant is I am able to carry my voice to more people, and more people are eager to listen to me. And just like right now, I'm here on this program talking to you. So I wouldn't have been here if I hadn't taken part in this pageant. We think pageants are all about beauty and face and this, but what people do not realize, pageants are a way, a platform for a woman like me, a woman like you to go forward so you can carry your voice to people who are voiceless. And I think that's the power of a crown.
What a great feeling, of being there as well, because I can literally feel now they've just won the crown in our 2020-2021. Sheetal, you've just been a queen. So which was that answer which won you the crown? The grand finale question which was raised to you, Sheetal.
I think I was asked, like, if I won the crown, what am I going to do? And, how it's going to influence. So I think my answer was like, if I won the crown, I'll be able to carry my voices to the voiceless and the people that cannot, do not have the liberty to talk. I want to go out there and help people, give them a voice to myself and carry their problems and find solutions to it. I think that was my answer. And I think that's what won me the crown. And that was my final question. Like, what would I do if I won the crown for this competition?
Sheetal, how important for you is, the entire family supporting you? Because, when you win a pageant, it's not just your credit, it's everyone around you who really pushes you and believes in your dreams and has that faith in you. How important do you think is the family indulgence and the support?
Honestly speaking, my mother is no more and my father is not there. It's okay. But my mom was my biggest supporter when she was there. My brother and my sister were very excited when I won this award. And I think most excitement that I got was from the people around me, my friends and people that I've been here in this Indian community, who became family. And I think winning this crown definitely showed them that their daughters, sisters, could be a part of this pageant too. I think that was my biggest accomplishment, is carrying that innate thought to them subconsciously that if I can do it, anybody else can do it, And I think that was the most beautiful thing about it. But family support is definitely very important. I may not have anyone around me because I live by myself here, but I would say that my family friends that I've made friends over 10 years, 11 years that I've been here, are the people who made me believe that they're always going to be there for me. And so they were very happy when I won, and they were excited, and they were like, yeah, you should try more pageants and stuff. But then I was like, no, I think this is it. And now I want to inspire other women to come to this position where they can inspire other people too.
Beautiful. And I think it's your mom's blessing, where you mentioned that your mom said, always be your best, give your best. So then you don't have to think of the results. I think that's the beautiful message that you've, in the beginning, given to everyone. And I think which we all will carry with ourselves, that always be the best version and give in your best. So Sheetal, I have a very, very beautiful question for you. All right. And we know that you've already had a mark in Bollywood and Hollywood, especially in Hollywood. You've already created a space for yourself, and you've already done some great work. We're going to let all the people across the world get to know about that. But right now, I'm very keen to see you in Bollywood as well. So do you think you want to come in Bollywood, and do you know of someone who's going to actually show you the path and, of course, lead you through the way?
Bollywood definitely is a dream. As you know, we have Hollywood films and Bollywood films that, believe it or not, 60%, that's a big percentage of films that people see worldwide are not Hollywood. They're actually Bollywood films, surprisingly, all over the continent. It is statistics that 60% of people in the world watch Bollywood films than Hollywood. And I would personally have to say, I definitely think Bollywood is a dream. And I feel like Mr. Bharat Goradia, if you know him, I feel like he is our link. We call it the bridge, the Ram Setu of carrying girls from here to Bollywood, and I think he's an amazing human being. And I would say Mr. Bharat Goradia would be a person who would be, that bridge to carry me to that part to Bollywood.
My dear friends from across the world, it's time for us to meet our number one promoter of art and culture in the United States. He's known as Mr. India. May we please welcome Mr. Bharat Goradia. You said it right, Sheetal. He's here to make your dream come true.
Hello. How are you, Sheetal and Simran?
Hi, Bharatji. I hope you're doing well.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. After seeing you, definitely everybody can be feeling well only. Anyway, first of all, to all the viewers of IndusTV, आप सभी को मेरा प्रणाम, सिमरन को नमस्ते, and Sheetal, you are a global personality now, so आपको global namaste.
Namaste.
And on behalf of my sponsor, River Comics and V International, it is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome you in one of the finest talks of all time called Queens Forever. And you are looking like a queen only. You are a queen, but you look more and more... After having a crown and sash on your body, you look like a queen only. I mean, earlier we have heard that in the past years, 2000 and 1800 and all, they call queens. But now, after seeing you, I think it reminds me of 1800 and 17th century and how the queens were looking like.
You're so sweet, Bharatji.
Thank you. So, yes, it would be my pleasure because, Sheetal, you are a title holder, very beautiful actress, dancer, can do MC. So, I mean, you are a multi-talented personality, and Bollywood would love to have such a multi-talented personality in their fold. It will be their pleasure and privilege to enroll you as the best actress from New York. And especially nowadays, Bollywood is accepting and inviting the actresses from international also, like Katrina Kaif and Nora Fateh and Eli Avram and Evelyn Sharma and so many other international actresses have also come to Bollywood and made their career. So you are one of them, and I've got a wonderful, very, very bright future ahead. So once again, a very hearty welcome on this wonderful show called Queens Forever.
Thank you, Bharatji. I appreciate it so much. Pleasure. Thank you.
Wow, such a pleasure having you here with us, Bharatji, and you're here to, of course, give wings to every girl. Well, look forward to meeting you all, but right after this super short commercial break. Till then, enjoy the River Comics and make your life colorful with your loved ones. See you guys soon. back. You're watching Queens Forever. And truly an honor for all of us to have with us Sheetal Dev. Sheetal, please tell us, you said that your mom was the one who gave you the guidance of always giving your best. And then what happened after that? You tried your first pageant and where you said you didn't have your win. And on the career front, you were simultaneously studying and at the same time, being a part of, excelling in your career. So tell us a little bit about how did you get your break in Hollywood?
Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. This is a very amazing story. I don't know if you guys believe in manifestations, right? So I was doing mostly, if you go on my profile on Instagram with the same name, you will see that I've done a lot of work, a lot of commercial. I was on Times Square, I was on Billboard. I've done a lot of brands. And I do have about 5 or 6 brand shoots that are coming up. So I got on a show for Netflix to work as a special ability because I told you I studied respiratory therapy and I did BSc in science and nursing. So they actually, most people don't know this. Okay, let's just break it down for you. So in America, what happens is you see those shows where you see doctors and nurses on the shows, right? So they actually prefer to take real people with real medical backgrounds. So I was one of them and they hired me as a special ability for the show. So it was a period piece. Period piece means it was a show that was supposed to be based in the 1960s and 1970s, right? So I go on set and, I have my medical, my suit, everything on, and I was late. Believe it or not, that day there was a truck on fire on the freeway. And there was a truck on fire. I was late. Yes, I was late to set. And when I went there and everybody was like, oh, you're late. You're seen. We have to shoot, and it's a period piece. We have to have it for period piece. Basically, they have to have different hairstyle. So it takes a lot of time. And I was already late. So they kind of hurried me up and they're like, go upstairs, get your props and just go right on set. So I followed instructions and the other person was like, don't go and wait for cue. So I'm like, who do I listen to? So I listened to the person who said, go straight up to set. So what happened is they were shooting when I walked in. Okay. I was just a special ability. And when I opened the door, I walked right in when they were actually shooting a tight frame and my face came on all the 6 cameras. And the director was like, who is that girl? Bring her to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. I was like, oh my God, this is it. They're going to fire me. I'm done. So that he calls the assistant director. He's like, is this the girl you're talking about? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. Cause I kind of talked back to her because I was so frustrated that I was late. So I just said to her hey, you should be glad that I'm here because I live 3 hours away. And the director was like, I want her to play a real doctor in the first episode. So they gave me lines and so the union actor, the SAG after union, and they gave me a contract that day and I became part of the union of Hollywood. So that means now, because I'm a union actor, I can audition for big roles in big movies and feature films and everything. Just because of that day, me coming late, me just being there. And so basically my face was shown. And that day, I got a contract right on set. And then the director gave me lines and they had me play doctor in the first episode for The Good Nurse. That's how it happened. Yeah. It's luck. I think. I think what plays part is manifestation, your belief, your luck. And I feel like the most important thing I tell people, just show up. If you don't know the answer, just show up. You don't feel like working out, just show up to the gym. You're going to see other people. You're going to be motivated. Showing up is so important. Imagine, Simran, that day, because it's 3-hour drive, I almost was about to cancel going on set that day. If I canceled, I wouldn't have got that opportunity. Showing up is so important. You have an audition, show up. You have a pageant, you're like, oh, what do I do? Apply, show up. Showing up is part of the plan because when you show up, you put yourself out there for more opportunities. And I think that's something that I want every woman, every person who is looking to move forward, just show up and everything will fall into place. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
This is really a dream come true and how everything fell in place and how you grabbed the first prime role. That's absolutely wonderful. So we're going to take the tag here with just show up. given to us by Sheetal Dev. Of course, also in our kitty, the beautiful mantras that you're giving us to truly
Oh,
help us with the final crown. And then tell us a little bit about your pageant experience. We always say there is nothing like failure. It's always the experience which takes you ahead in life. What is your say on this, especially when you really didn't, win the crown or didn't even qualify for the final round, and then for the second time you won the first runners up, and then of course finally for our Miss India New York, here you have a beauty queen. So what is it that really gives you that oomph factor? Point number one. And second, how was your experience? You like to share it and let the entire world know about this.
yeah. So personally, I think like every girl goes into the pageant, even if they say it or not, like, oh, I'm gonna win and I want to win. But guess what? Have you ever seen women who actually do win the pageant are the ones who actually go in thinking, I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna enjoy myself, I'm going to make friends, I'm going to make a lot of friends, and I'm gonna come out like I went in the pageant thinking, oh my God, like I'm in a new country, of course, So for me, making friends is paramount. I'm like, I'm gonna go out of the pageant. I'm gonna have all these friends. Like, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be hanging out with them. I'm gonna have fun with this intelligent, beautiful women. So I went into the pageant thinking that. And I think the oomph factor of the pageant is that when you take the pressure and the stress off of yourself and you can really be yourself, that's how whatever you are inside is going to radiate on your outside, right? So when you take the pressure off of yourself that, oh, I don't care if I win or not. When you naturally take the pressure off, the person in front, that means the judges can see that. Imagine everybody is so stressed out. Oh my God, I need to win this. I need to win this. My family's here, my mom, dad, this and that. But me, I'm like, I don't care if I win or not. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have a fun time tonight. So when you go in with that, the fact that you naturally radiate that energy, the judges can see that. The judges are like, this girl is really authentic. She's really herself. She's fun. She's happy. She doesn't care. So the thing about pageants is they're looking for people who are very genuine, who are very kind, who radiate that thing that's inside on the beautiful on the outside. And you cannot do that if you're stressed out and you put pressure on yourself. So the oomph of any pageant is make sure you know how to have fun. You do not put stress or pressure on yourself, because once you learn to do that, you're going to come out a better person. And plus, there are so many, like almost 1,800 pageants across the world. So whatever it is, if it's not this one, there'll be another one or another one. Just remember that it is your limiting beliefs that will limit you. So make sure your beliefs are unlimited. That's all I can say for winning the crown.
Sheetal, what was the most challenging aspect for you, especially when you went ahead for your first beauty pageant, and then now at Miss India New York, you said you were very confident, you're gonna be there and have fun, but still there are certain challenges that we all face in life. What was that challenge for you at your first pageant and then at Miss India New York, just before you won your 2019, 2020, 2021 crown?
Oh my God. Okay. So this is for all the women out there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say right now, I really mean it. And I hope that whatever I'm going to say is going to change views for a lot of women, because I mean it with my heart and soul. That just know that when you go in a pageant, there are other girls there. And sometimes the challenge was, I'm not trying to make myself likable. And there are people who don't even know you in the pageant. It happens in all the pageants. And I know we don't address this issue, but I think it's very important to address this, is that there'll be women in the pageant who will not like you for no reason. And you're like, why? I'm so nice to this person. I think that was the biggest challenge for me. I had like some people who were not liking me, but if someone doesn't like you, that is not a you problem. It is a they problem. Because usually what happens is psychologically, what happens is people, when they have something missing in them and they see it in someone else, their inside is like, why does that person have to be like that, look like that, or behave like that when I could have been that person? So in order to enhance that in yourself, the first thing you have to do is be confident in yourself, because I feel like unlikability, jealous, or hatred stems from within yourself. That means you feel like that, because remember, it's not my feeling. I have nothing to do with it. It is your feeling. So what does that mean? Who is the person? So if it's your feeling and it comes from you and it stems from you, then that means the person you need to fix is not the other girl or think like, oh, she's better than everybody else. It's you. You need to fix you. You need to make yourself good. You need to make yourself high value. You need to make yourself a good quality. Because the thing is, when you're a high value woman and you value yourself and you start thinking like, yes, I am the best, because the only person you're competing with is the person you were yesterday. So me, like the first pageant when I took part, like you asked, I was not like slim. I was heavy. And then I was like, oh man, I need to lose weight. So I worked on myself. So once you have it in your head that the only competition you have is yourself, that means you, like me, Sheetal, I want to be better than the Sheetal I was yesterday. And tomorrow I want to be better than the person I am today. I want to be better. Like I want to be Sheetal 2.0, you know, like as like iPhones, you upgrade your iPhone. Why don't you upgrade yourself, your mental thought, the way you think, the way you approach people? Why don't you do that? So I feel like that was the biggest challenge for me, is making these women realize that we're not here to compete. We're all here together for the same crown. And it doesn't matter who wins. We come out, we're all going to be women. We're all going to be together. And that's why they say that a woman is another woman's biggest problem. And I think right now with everything that's happening around the world, I'm sure, you know, with the laws and everything, if all women unite, we can make and crush like things. Because if it wasn't for women, we would call Earth Father Earth, but it's Mother Earth. So I feel like it's high time women united and be like, you know what? We know what we're doing. We're going to stick up for each other. And I think women need to be friends and stick up for each other. And that was my biggest challenge in the pageant, I would say. So I just had to address it, because I know there'll be other women who will say the same, but that was my biggest challenge.
Beautiful. So you go ahead and not just upgrade your phones, your iPhones or your Android phones, but also upgrade yourself. While we'll see you right after this very short commercial break. You're watching us on Queens Forever, brought to you by River Comics and V International on IndusTV Global. See you guys soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for V International Founder, President, Chairman, Mr. Bharat Goradia, Bollywood star. Mr. Bharat Goradia with legendary singers from Indian music industry. He believes in spreading smiles over everyone's faces. Sports champion. The Dada Saheb Phalke Award and Bharat Gaurav Pride of India Award winner Mr. Bharat Goradia has been innumerably awarded across the globe for his outstanding work in the field of promoting Indian arts and culture all over the world.
Hey guys, how you feeling? Hope you've really believed and of course at the same time planned to upgrade yourself. And we are here with Sheetal Dev, who's sharing with us a lovely journey to truly win the crown of Miss India New York. Sheetal, what is that one advice? You've given us plenty of mantras, let me tell you that. And I've been counting that on the tip of my fingers. We already have 4 mantras from you. What is that one advice you like to give to young girls? You know, because, you know, we start pageants from teenage nowadays, or, you know, from the kids, from the time they're kids, they just want to dream of getting into the teenage pageant, just so on. How do you really balance your life as far as your studies are concerned, and at the same time, looking after yourself completely in a way to represent your country or your state. So what is that one advice you like to give to all the young girls out there?
Honestly speaking, Simran, I think that these young girls, I would give the advice to their parents. And this might sound like a surprise, because you have to understand something. These young girls, they have a developing mind, right? I could say whatever I want and tell them, like, this is what you do, you show up, you become the best version of yourself. But the truth is that these girls cannot develop the right way if they're not given the room to grow, especially in our culture, in our society. We base so much on education. We already tell the kids, oh, this is what you got to do. So my advice are to the parents of these young girls. Be friends with them. Show them that you're going to be there to support them no matter what decisions they make. Because the truth is, when you allow these young, beautiful girls the room to grow, the room to express ourselves, like us as the Desi in the Indian community, we grow up and sometimes we don't know how to handle our emotions, because growing up, we had to do it on our own. We were told that our emotions are not validated. So I want to give this advice to these parents of these young girls. Allow your girls to express herself. Tell her she's beautiful, and make sure that you give her so much love that she's not influenced by social media, that, she needs to change her physical appearance, like enhancing the beauty. So these parents need to enhance that mental stability, because I can give so much advice to these young girls. None of them are going to take action or take wings unless the parents are on the same page. But if I had to give advice to the young girls, I would say, do what makes your heart happy and move forward with confidence, and make sure that whatever you do, do it with confidence, because confidence is beautiful and sexy. And you could walk into a room with flip-flops, but remember, if you have confidence, you can win anything. And I'm a proof of that. So I think that's the advice I'll give to these young girls. Like, whatever you do it with confidence. That's it.
It's brilliant. And we all are feeling on the top of the world. And we know, what is it that makes Sheetal click with every endeavor of hers? You are also, an anchor, and right from being a performer and artist yourself. So tell us a little bit about the endeavors that you're in. So girls out there, of course, can always follow you at the same time, realize themselves that no matter in which endeavor or which arena of life you're interested in, you can just go ahead and have a cause for you as you become the queen. So please tell us a little bit more about your endeavors.
So I took part in, of course, in this pageant, and that's why I have this beautiful crown. I worked on a Netflix show. I worked in Metro Park season 1 and season 2. With Milind Soman was in season 2, and Ranbir Shori. So the quarantine episode in which I was then also won an award. And then this is a long time ago, I worked in a South Indian movie, Marakpur Anthony. Currently, I have a project with Conair. I have another project that is coming up. I have a few projects lined up, and I'm not of age, but I have another project that I posted it on my Instagram today. So if anyone want to follow me and still have a guidance and kind of like follow what I'm doing in my life, you can follow Sheetal Deo 1, which is my Instagram, just my name and Instagram, number 1, because you always got to be number 1. I'm joking. But yeah, so those are some of the projects I'm doing. And then I did Italian Silk on Times Square. I was on Opium, front cover of a magazine. I had 3 other magazines coming out. I was on the cover of a French magazine called PNP, and then E magazine. So, and then I forgot, I also work for Allure, talking about sexual health for women. And right now, currently, my next project that I'm working on is starting a YouTube, because I feel like I have so much to say and inspire not just women, but people. Because right now we have so many people who are struggling with depression, social media issues. And I have a feeling that with my strong personality, I would be able to, help people with that. And then I have 2 films that are underway, pending, and we're going through the talks with that are over here. So I would say those are some of just a little bit of the projects.
Wow. Wow. That's phenomenal. Incredible work you've been doing, Sheetal. So that brings us to the last part. That's the rapid fire round. And my first question to you is, since you also help, you're a voice for all those who need help regarding social media, what's the first thing that you wake up in the morning and you look at on the social media?
So I don't really look at social media the first thing in the morning. I'm just going to show you real quick. So I have like these few books that I read. The first thing I do, so I have like this book. It's called The Brain Builder, and then I have this Deep Work. It's also a good book. So this is the first thing I do in the morning. I read one page of each of these books. So what I mean is, I'm not the kind of person like I will read one book all at a time. Like I'd read 1 page of or 2 pages of this, then I'll mark it, then I'll read the other book the next day. In that way, I finish like 4 to 5 books in over like a month, So this is also another good book. So the first thing I do is I read a book, then I go and I stand on the ground and I go outside and I earth. You know what earthing is? So basically you walk on the grass for a little bit. It's very good for you because it's scientifically proven. It absorbs all the negative energy in your iron. So I remove any stress or anything. Next thing I go on social media. So I follow a lot of gurus and stuff. And I look at like Sadhguru or some motivational people. So the first thing I do is I look at something motivational to start off my day, because I feel like sometimes you need that little kick. And then I go on Instagram and I'll see what all my friends are doing. So that's what I do.
Oh, lovely. And thank you for showing us the books, because that's the proof that, she just doesn't speak, but of course, she's a person of words. So that was very, very special. And it changed my perception too. And I think I should be doing that too, and following your footsteps too. Sheetal, 3 important ingredients, which are very, very important for you to intake to just keep yourself very fit.
Oh gosh, workout, eating well, and confidence. I'm not to be like conceited or anything. I'm a very confident person. Like when I walk in a room, I'm like, okay, like, can I hold eye contact with you? I'm very confident in, like, regardless of gender, holding eye contact with anybody. And then like how I do my handshake. So confidence and eating, believe it or not, it's 60% diet and 40% exercise. So your diet is the most important part. So for me, watching what I eat is very important. Most people don't know this, but if you want to lose your first, this is for everybody. If you want to lose and you have a hard time, and I promise you, this works like 150%. If you want to lose your first 10 to 15 pounds, 100% guaranteed, all you have to do, cut out all sugar. I mean, all sugar and all carbs just for 1 month. That's it. Because what happens is then your body goes through a ketosis cycle and it starts to burn its own fat for energy. And you lose your first 10 to 15 pounds just by doing that one thing, even without exercise. And work out daily. Make sure you work out certain parts of your body so you stay fit. And like I said, confidence. Confidence is sexy always, no matter what shape or size you are. So that's my 3 things: work out, be confident, and eat right. That's it.
Your favorite color for the swimwear round and the evening wear round?
Oh my gosh, I need to like empty out my wardrobe. But for swimwear, always black. Black is sexy. Anything black is nice. My favorite color for gowns, I have a lot of green. I like green. I just feel green is so royal. Yeah, I love green.
The best compliment you received from one of your sister queens at the pageant. Now, this is a very rare thing, that you all are contesting for a pageant, but of course you do have your admirers too. So one of the compliments you received from your sister queen.
My sister queen. Oh, I had a girl tell me, she said that I have one of the most beautiful smiles she's ever seen. I don't know if she was telling the truth, but she told me, she's like, you have the cutest smile. So I think that was the most genuine. She's like staring at me and she's like, oh, your smile is so cute. I was like, oh, thank you. So I just thought it was adorable.
But you truly have a beautiful smile, by the way, Sheetal. Would you like to accentuate your eyes more or lips if you just had 1 minute to dress up and go for, to start your day or for any meeting? Would you like to accentuate your eyes or your lips?
My eyes, because the thing is, like, you can actually talk with your eyes, and I tend to do that a lot. So for me, I definitely accentuate my eyes every single time that I go out, because I feel like your eyes are definitely a window to your soul. And especially when you're talking to people, you look at them. So definitely my eyes. I might be talking with my mouth, but the things that you can achieve with your eyes, you cannot achieve with anything else. So your eyes.
Beautiful. Which is that favorite food you give up on just few months before you participating in a beauty pageant? You didn't mention you give up on sugars and carbs if you want to lose weight, but which is your favorite food? Maybe, from healthy perspective, not that healthy, but something that you're fond of, but you have to give up on.
Creme brulee. I am a sucker. I love creme brulee so much. It's like my favorite dessert. Like, it's almost like something I have to have like every few days. Like, I love creme brulee. They have a place here. It has a creme brulee donuts. Oh, so creme brulee, I had to give it up, and now I don't have it. Now I reward myself with that. So like, if I work out really well the whole month, then the last Sunday of the month, I'm like, okay, I reached my target. I did very well, so I'm gonna treat myself. But yeah, I had to give up creme brulee, and it was brutal, I would say. But yeah.
Beautiful. The first thing you did after winning your Miss India New York crown, what is that first immediate thing that you did after you wore the crown?
I think, oh my gosh, this is such but I think I took a picture and put it on social media, like immediately. I think we all do that. So I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be very honest. Yeah, we did it because I wanted people to know, like, hey, I won, and hey, maybe there's someone out there who want to participate too. So it just sends like a good image, But yeah, that's what I did.
Lovely. There's a beautiful saying, once a queen, always a queen. We are queens forever. What is your say on this? Do you believe in this?
Yes, I believe that once you have a platform and a crown, that means that you're definitely going to be a queen. Like, look at Princess Diana. She didn't even become a queen, but now, even to this day, we don't call her Diana. We call her Princess Diana. So she's referred by the title for the rest of her life. The reason is because of what she has done for the people and how she has carried herself. So I feel like once you have the title of a queen, you have that responsibility. And once you are a person who carries out a responsibility, you literally have that title forever. Just like when you become a mom, you become a mother, whether your child stays with you, wherever your child goes, you're always referred to as a mother because you earned that title. And you are the sole owner of the title because of all the responsibilities you have. And it's the same thing with a crown. You earn that crown, you earn the title. So you basically carry that a name forever. So that's why Queens Forever.
Beautiful. Tea, coffee, or juice? Which is your preferred drink?
Coffee. Anytime. Take me on a coffee date any single time. Coffee. I could have coffee before bed as well.
Without sugar. Am I right? Coffee without sugar.
Yes. Black coffee.
Without sugar.
Yes.
Oh, just thinking about Sheetal and everything positive and everything towards health, allowing you to be the best version of yourself. Sheetal, we have something very interesting. And for that question, I'm going to please invite Mr. Bharat Goradia to once again here on our show, Queens Forever, brought to us by River Comics and We International on IndusTV Global. Welcome back, Bharatji.
Hi. I mean, what a wonderful orator Sheetal is. I was just listening to her interview. She is amazing. What answers she gave is amazing. I think we have taken more than 42 interviews of all the stars, all the queens rather. But she is one of the most outstanding queen we have on our show. The way in which she replied is amazing, outstanding. Anyway, Sheetal, I have a very interesting question to ask you. If given the opportunity to go on a date with any of the Bollywood, Hollywood, or any celebrity of the world, whom will you go with? Where will you take him or her to? And what conversation or sing your song for him or her?
Do you think, can I pick more than one?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Oh gosh, I'm so shy right now. So if I have to pick from Hollywood, it's either going to be Timothy Chalamet or Henry Cavill. I would like to go on a hike because I love hiking. I would go on a hike with Henry Cavill because I absolutely love going on a hike. I think I would ask him if he plans to marry the girl he's with right now. I'm being very genuine, because if not, then they could be your chance. I'm just saying, like, hey, I'm coming to but definitely Henry Cavill. And if it's and I think I would the song I would sing for him would, like, If You Had All My Love by Jennifer Lopez. Be like, if you had all my love, would you be there for me? So that would be the song I would sing for him. And for Bollywood, I would say it's Aditya Roy Kapoor, like, hands down. He's so attractive. I personally want to act in a movie with Aditya Roy Kapoor because I feel like he's attractive and he's just got this very masculine demeanor. I would actually not take him to the mountains, but I'll take him to the beach. And I think I'm so shy. I would probably, because he's just so cute. Like, just thinking about, like, I'm gonna go on a date with him. With Aditya Roy Kapoor, I think I would take him to the beach or even to the movies, and maybe I would hold his hands and just, like, ask him, like, do you plan to, if you ever plan to get married or, have a girlfriend, let me know if you'd consider an international person, a girl, I'm just saying. I don't know. I think I think honestly, Bharatji, I would be too shy to ask any questions. And I would just, like, oh my gosh, I would just, like, let him lead the way. But yeah, Aditya Roy Kapoor for sure. The song that I would sing for him would be Teri Galiyan Mujhko Bhaave Galiyan Teri Galiyan. Because that's what the song comes to my mind when I think of him. Yeah. But yeah, Aditya Roy Kapoor, like, it's the best.
Anyway, Sheetal, thank you very, very much for a wonderful answer you have given to us about your selection of Bollywood and Hollywood artists. Amazing, outstanding. Anyway, on behalf of our sponsor, River Comics Be International, thank you so very much for sparing your valuable time, sharing your experiences and knowledge and wisdom to all the young girls, how to win the crowns, what are the points, what are the precautions, what are the training you must have. And you said rightly that self-confidence is the first and foremost one. And then, of course, the diet, which you said, remove all the carbon and sugar from your diet, and then the exercise. So that's a wonderful thing. All the young girls who are listening, please do cut down all the sugar and carbs from your food, and also do start exercise if you want to be like Sheetal, as attractive as Sheetal. That is the first and foremost requirement. And then be self-confident. Wherever you go, be self-confident. That's what you said. And never think about what other thinks about you. That is also a wonderful advice you have given to all the young girls. So thank you so very much, and wishing you all the very best in all your forthcoming projects. See you very, very soon again. I think let us have all the pleasure of taking your autograph once you become a superstar in Bollywood. So all the very best wishes to you.
Wow, such a strong visualization with Sheetal there. While I'm going to truly take you to yet another country to meet you, of course, to make all of us meet yet another beautiful queen, know her journey at the same time, get inspired and feel on the top of the world. Good wishes and good luck to all of you. Look forward to all of you sharing this lovely episode with all your loved ones, only on Queens Forever, brought to you on IndusTV Global. See you guys soon. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Queens Forever was brought to you by IndusTV, River Comics, and V International, our amazing sponsors. We're going to give a special thank you to Mr. Bharat Goradia for bringing us on this pageant. And not forgetting our special host, Ms. Simran Ahuja, for making this possible. Keep watching Queens Forever. I am Sheetal Deo. Thank you so much.